who is Coach Kip? Well, Coach Kip is this freshly shaven 42-year-old guy. But more specifically, I want to get to like how did I get this name or get this moniker of Coach Kip. Well, my name's Brian Kipke, and I've been a coach for about 20 years. In every single level from t-ball and baseball all the way up to high school varsity football. And so the nickname came around when I was in college, actually. I didn't play college ball. I was kind of burnt out and injured, and just kind of I really just needed to take a break from it. So I started coaching Little League baseball in the summers. I played every intramural sport. I was always elected captain of the intramural sport, so I started out as being Captain Kipke, and that quickly evolved to Coach Kipke, because it always seemed like I was the one to come up with the strategy. I was always the one to come up with plays, if you will, even though, it's intramural sports, it's just a step above pickup. But, I coached Little League Baseball. I coached, helped out with track team a little bit, helped out with hockey team a little bit, coached flag football for a long time, youth flag football, and that just grew and grew. Coached golf for a little bit, coached individuals to become better golfers, especially their short game and putting. And then, I got this opportunity to come down here to Nashville and coach high school football, which was great. It was fantastic, and did that for several years. Had two of my position players. I was assistant coach. Get opportunities for the NFL. One was on the Baltimore Ravens during when the Baltimore won the Super Bowl. He was on the practice squad. Another one made it to the very final cuts with the Tennessee Titans in the preseason and got cut very, very last day, which was tough. So really good players. And then I had a third who had a workout with the Texans, so he did get his opportunity also. And they were all my position players. So it was very exciting for me. I quit for two reasons. First, what really did it in for me was I ended up going to 3 funerals in my last 2 years of players and former players of mine, all gang-related violence, and it was sad. It was sad, and it was tough knowing that I couldn't help these guys before it got to this point. I could help them on the field, but it wasn't enough to help them off the field. And the second reason, which was more the catalyst for it, was that time was a big factor. And you're going to hear over and over with me talking about freedom and time and having that reserved for you. And I started looking into college and moving up the ranks, through the ranks that way, and began to realize that my time was going to be less and less and less. And I love coaching, but did I really want to spend 10 hours a day, 7 days a week in the off season? I was already spending 10 hours a day, 7 days a week during the season, just in high school. For those of you that are not in the South as a coach or as a player, it can get a little crazy. It can get a little overdone, and I felt that way. So again, I loved it. I love coaching, but when I took the time and weighted that against how much effort it would take to be a success to get to where I wanted to be, I just didn't really see that happening for me. So I let it go. I'm now the consulting teacher or academic coach, depending on the day, at Nashville School of the Arts. So now I'm coaching, but now I'm coaching teachers. I'm coaching adults, which is great, and I really do enjoy it. It's the same. What I've really learned is that it's the same no matter how you coach or where you coach or what you coach. Yeah, the X's and O's are different. The application, the specifics are different, but the fundamentals of coaching an individual, of motivating them, of getting them to achieve more than they believe they can achieve themselves, getting them to realize that they have a potential in them that a lot of times only the coach sees, is very similar no matter what you're coaching. And since I've been going through this, both as a sports coach and now as a coach of adults and individuals, I'm finding that I'm really able to refine this and really enjoy the coaching process. And why I coach, I think a lot of other coaches that I've seen and heard and spoken to, we all kind of have this same thing where we love to be the driver of success. We love to push people and excel people. And I actually get more enjoyment out of seeing somebody do more than they think they could than me being a huge success myself. And even saying that, it seems kind of strange, like, well, don't I want to be a successful? I really feel like I'm a success when I help others become successful, whether I get recognized for it or not. And it's to me, it's great. It's just, that's the kind of stuff that I love to do. So, I don't have any problems everybody else taking the credit for doing it, because they're the ones that have done it. But I'd like to know that somewhere along the line I was able to push them and help them and get them to move forward. So, that's where I'm with coaching. So, it's been over 20 years now that I've been a coach, and I just keep growing and learning more about it, and getting better and better every day. So that's it. So that's how I got my name, Coach Kip. It's stuck. It seems to not go away, and hey, I embrace it. I love it. So this is Brian Kipke, also known as Coach Kip, and you've been riding with Coach Kip.